When I tell people I want to retire by 40, they think I'm joking, but I've done the maths and it's 100% possible. So right now I'm 24, and I don't plan on having to work past the age of 40. I don't hate my job or anything, I actually like working. I just want to reach a point where I don't have to work for money. This is the whole idea behind the FIRE movement, which if you haven't heard of before, stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. And it's a really simple idea that retirement isn't about an age, it's about a number. It's about having enough in your investments that you can live off passive income. In the UK, it's pretty normal to retire at 67, but personally, I can't see this for myself. So if you're like me, then watch till the end of this video so that you can understand how you could retire early too. Bear in mind, I don't have a trust fund, I don't come from wealth, I don't work in finance, law or medicine. I actually work in fashion and I do content creation on the side. But it's all about knowing the numbers and having a strategy behind this. The FIRE movement is all based on this thing called the 4% rule. And this states that you can withdraw 4% of your portfolio comfortably without ever running out of money. Basically an infinite money glitch. How is this possible? Well, historically, the stock market returns an average of 10% every year. It's an average, so some years it's up, some years it's down. And also, we have to account for inflation, so it's more like 8% every year. But hopefully, by the time you hit retirement age, you will reach a certain number that you need. You'll be able to withdraw 4%, and your portfolio will keep growing by 4% too. So how do you find out your FIRE number? Well, you take your desired annual income and you times it by 25. Let's say I'm pretty comfortable living off £30,000 a year. I times this by 25 and I get 750,000. Let's say I want a more comfortable life and I choose 50,000. I will then need 1.25 million. But here's the thing, I don't plan on retiring tomorrow, I plan on retiring in 16 years. So that 30k isn't going to be worth the same amount as it is today. So let's assume 2.5% for inflation and readjust the numbers. For £30,000, we would now need £42,000. And this would adjust the FIRE number to 1.05 million. If you wanted a more comfortable life, that £50,000 would then change to 70,000 and you'd then need 1.75 million. Notice how that's a £700,000 difference. Now, before you get overwhelmed, I know these numbers can seem daunting, but it's actually more achievable than you think. So let's work out mine as an example. I'm 24 right now and I want to retire by 40. That gives me 16 years to get there. I currently have £100,000 in my savings and investments already. I'm actually okay with a more basic life, so I'll take the £30,000 example. So I need 1.05 million to live off my investments passively. Assuming an average annual return of 8% and with compound interest calculated, I would need to save £1,250 a month. I know what you're thinking, this is unrealistic, who even has that money to spare every month? Right now it's my dream to do this, so I'm very dedicated to the goal. Every month I try and save this, if not more, through side hustles, but life can get in the way. I might have kids or my lifestyle might change. But that's why the FIRE movement isn't a set in stone thing. If it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. If anything, it's just set me up for more financial success. It doesn't have to be a perfect science, it's more a guideline or a goal. If I wanted the higher amount of income, I would need £2,100 a month. Just living below my means does save me £850 a month of money that I would have to put aside. Now I know what you're thinking, £30,000 isn't going to get you too far. But that's why there's different kinds of FIRE, and the one that I want to practice is barista FIRE, which is where there isn't a ton of pressure to achieve your FIRE number because you know that you're still going to be working part-time, doing other things like contracting, but you don't necessarily have to be employed 40 hours a week full-time at a company. It means that you'll be able to live off passive income, but also do other things that you love. Money won't necessarily be the only motivation. So if you want to find out your FIRE number, there's loads of free online resources, but I also have a FIRE calculator linked in my bio. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on further content from me.